Hello everybody and welcome to How to Be Funny Module 4. Today I'm going to be talking about creating comic characters. Okay, the first important thing, or the key word here to remember, is character. Now a character is comic character is an amazing tool for the comic professional because it allows you to step outside your current experiences and reference points and explore a whole new zone of comic territory. For example, as a white Australian Anglo-Saxon male, I have a limited set of comic reference points that I can refer to. Middle-aged, you know, I only have a certain amount of reference points, but if I can expand that by taking on a comic character, the possibilities just start to really open up. For example, if I was to become an African American female, my world has expanded significantly, because now I can look at a whole new bunch of things like the life as an African American female, you know, the minority thing, and discrimination, and all sorts of things. Or what's another? And I could also, let's say, for example, I could be someone from the Congo, a character from the Congo, for example. Maybe a gorilla trainer from the Congo, or gorilla poacher. That once again, that gives me a whole new set of reference points. You know, I can make gorilla jokes. Oh, you know, the gorillas escaped from the jeep and ripped something up. All sorts of hilarious things. Obviously I have to do a bit of research to see what happens in the Congo and all that sort of stuff, but anyway, you get the idea. I can do a whole heap of extra stuff. Okay, now the second key word is creating comic characters. Now, when you create a comic character, you don't just pull it out of the air. You've got to have a reference point. So to use that earlier example of the African American female, I could use, for example, Michelle Obama, or Whitney Houston, or Oprah Winfrey, or Tyra Banks, the mother from Good Times in the 70s. There's a whole heap of reference points I could use to create the character, because you don't have to get it all out of your brain. Then you've got these go-to things. For example, now the second point is that's an external reference point. Now the more important part in creating a character is to take something from within, because the only way you can get real truth in a comic character is to pull it out of yourself, because you can always go back to it. But you must find the comic reference point within yourself that matches, that correlates with your new character. So for example, if we were using the African American female example, I'd have to look within inside me to see what I had that equates with the African American female experience. Now let's go back to, I mentioned Oprah Winfrey. What have I got that Oprah has? I don't have a seesawing weight problem anymore. My weight has been stable since I was 24 and I started exercising. Before that it was up and down a bit, but I've been eating carefully for the last 18 or so years, 20 years, and weight's not a problem. So I wouldn't be looking down that road. But I do know Oprah has a book club, and I love books. In fact, I can prove that. Just look at that. Lots of books. The 27-inch iMac is very heavy. Oh shit. Sorry. Okay. So now we've got an African American female. Line that up. African American female who's a bibliophile. But that's not particularly funny. So you've got to look for some more things inside yourself. Look for some more things. What's some other examples? Maybe she hates second-hand books because she's a bit of a neat freak, bit of a clean freak. You know, you buy a second-hand book from the opportunity shop, and sometimes it might have like cockroach eggs in it, or the pages are stained, bit of dried booger or something, old hairs from other people. pubic hair sometimes. Gross. She probably doesn't like that. So there you go. That's more of a comic character there. You've got a African American female bibliophile, neat freak who won't read secondhand books because of the human detritus found in the books. You can make a movie out of that. Obviously you need a plot, but that's your main character. She's a cop, maybe too. Sorry, I shouldn't blow in the mic. That probably makes a horrible sound. So the third point, we've got creating comic characters. We've got the creating comic characters. I've mentioned that. Creating comic. Okay, here's some good examples of people who've created memorable comic characters. You got your Chris Lilly. Now he's a really good example because he doesn't just copy a person when he creates a character. He adds a comic edge to it. For example, Ricky Wong or one of his other Asian characters isn't just some kind of crude Asian copy. It actually adds something to it. He adds something that takes it beyond just putting makeup on and talking in a funny voice. He adds an extra layer of irony, or I don't know exactly what he adds, but he adds something to it that just makes it more than just taking the mickey out of Chinese people. The same with his black rapper character. He added something to it to make it more than just a piss take of other races. So he's a great example. He's a master of this sort of thing. Now, probably I should just get on and give you some examples of, put my money where my mouth is and show you what I can do. Alright, now one of the most important things you can do when you're creating a comic character is props and wardrobe. Props and wardrobe are essential. Makeup too, but I'm not going to do that today. But we'll just do a bit of wardrobe here. So I've got a fez, which is the national headwear of Turkey since the turn of the 20th century, I believe, thanks to Mr. Ataturk. So we put this on and... Hello, I'm Mr. Turkish Man, coming by my Turkish rug and my shish kebab, and come and see Ankara, capital of Turkey, and Istanbul, often thought to be the capital, but not the capital, with a lovely mosque and a river running through the middle which can be crossed by ferries. Ha ha ha! Turkey, the Dardanelles, and you get the idea anyway. So see how a little bit of wardrobe can really lift the performance and create a character. Obviously I won't be, no one's going to say, oh, that guy's really Turkish, but you know I'm supposed to be Turkish. Alright, what are we here? I put on the sun hat and some glasses, and I'm surfer dude, man. Yeah, don't go out there, man. It's pretty gnarly out there. I wouldn't be taking my board out there, man, because of the gnarly surf. Oh, can I borrow some of your SPF 50 sun cream lotion, man? I got some suspect molds, man. They could be like a melanoma, and if you get a melanoma as a surfer dude, you know it's game over. So there's just two characters you can do with. It's amazing what you can do with just changing your voice and two hats and a pair of sunglasses, and obviously I haven't researched those characters fully, but if you say you've got half an hour of material as a stand-up comic, within a few seconds and a small outlay for that hat, even smaller if you get it off eBay, your material is potentially like an hour and a half. Anyway, look, I hope this has inspired you and given you some tools to create some memorable comic characters. Maybe it's selfish because I love character comedy and I would love to see what you create. Perhaps you can post some on the YouTube and we'll see what you guys out there have come up with. Anyway, that's it for Module 4. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.